Hello everybody, I'm Nicholas and I'm a practical dreamer. This is the second video in my channel and I would like to share with you my experience with lymphoma that I had in the past, and the reason for that is because I want to share my experience as that might help some other people at this period of time, because all of us will have to deal with a pandemic. That illness is a main thing in our days now. So I don't know that maybe some of you or some of your loved ones have to deal with that situation, or maybe you can struggling by staying home all these days with the quarantine that's going around all around the world. And that's the reason that I want to share my experience with lymphoma, because by experiencing that I had to deal with illness and staying at home for many days to recover after chemotherapies. So I think I can give you my advices and how I dealt with that situation. Now I would like to say that I'm not giving any medical advice, and I strongly suggest you to follow your doctor's orders, because this is what I did. I trusted my doctors. So for me, today you're gonna hear my tips how to deal with illness and how to deal with staying home for many days. My personal experience only, alright? So at first I would like to give you some information about my situation 4 years ago and how I dealt with that. First, 4 years ago I have been diagnosed with lymphoma in the later stage. I had it in around 24 spots in my body, and immediately I started chemotherapies. This 1-day chemotherapy thing that I did at the start of my journey with lymphoma was to go in the morning in the hospital, stay there for 8 to 10 hours every time, and after that I was returning back home. I was very dizzy in the first 2-3 days, and then I had to repeat again the next 15 days. Well, this happened for 12 times. After the 12 times I did the PET scan and all these necessary tests to see what was my condition at the time, and it showed that my situation had been improved, but I wasn't completely healthy, and for that reason I had more chemotherapies. The chemotherapies that I did after that was 5 days treatment. So I have to go in the hospital and stay there for 5 days, and from the morning till night they were changing my treatment all the time, different medicines. They were coming and go all the time, and this happened constantly for 5 days. After that I was taking a break for 15 days again, and I was returning back to the hospital for other 5 days to do the treatment. This totally happened 4 times. And after that I did again a PET scan, and the results were very positive, but I was still not completely healthy, and for that the doctor suggested to me to do a bone marrow transplant. And that was a very nice experience for me. I know to say that this is a nice experience can be very weird, but by staying in a room that was completely isolated for 21 days, it was a thing like a quarantine actually, and when you stay with yourself all that time, you can use this time in a very positive way, in a way that you evolve as a person and you think more and make inner trip, like experience yourself, come contact with your fears, with your pain. So that was my experience with lymphoma. And if you having at this time you're dealing with cancer, with COVID-19, or you are struggling by staying home, I would like to say to you my approaches, what you can do that you can feel better and better day by day. For me, dealing through this situation was, at first it was a big lesson. I think that anything that happens in our lives, if you start thinking what I can learn through that, it's gonna be a much different experience. Because when you start thinking about what can I learn from this experience, can teach you so many things. But if you say, why this happened to me, I cannot deal with that anymore, it's so difficult, I'm gonna give up, anything like this, it's not positive, and it will not help you to evolve or even to live a better life. Why? Because your mind constantly will start to find reasons to complain and more. But if you start thinking, what is the thing that you have to learn by staying home, or what is the lesson for me to experience and learn by having this experience with lymphoma? Like, okay, yes, cancer is not a good thing, many illness, many people die from that, but if you have it as I had it in the past, or you have any other kind of illness, try to think first, what I have to learn from this. For me, the lesson that I learned, truly believe that in a psychological reason, the lymphoma created in my body was because of my anger. I was very angry at all the people around me, with my family, with my teachers, with everyone at the time. And I felt that my body at some point literally crushed. And this is how the first pains in my body created. And for me, the lesson, when I asked myself, okay, what I have to learn through this experience, was to be patient, be more open to accept other people, because none is perfect anyway. Who is perfect? None is perfect, so other people's gonna irritating us, they're gonna do something that we're gonna feel bad about it. But if you go on the level of understanding and stay open to the experience, it will not hurt you so much, and at the end you can forgive. When I say to forgive, it's not that you're gonna forgive what they did to you, or to stay there and these people attack to you mentally, psychologically, verbally, in any reason. But forgive is to let it go. It can be an experience very painful to you, that someone did something to you, and as you grow up, always carry this situation and these memories and this emotional pain. But when you forgive, you can let it go, and you can let it go, you are more light. You know, it's like you're having a huge bag, and that creates so much weight on your body. But when you let it go, you can go faster and easier, continue your journey in this situation, the journey of life, and live happily, right? So, first thing is ask yourself, what I have to learn through this experience. And when you do that, stay open to receive the real experience, the real answer from your own self. What you have to learn from that. Your subconscious mind is an amazing computer that it can give you any information that you are looking for by asking repeatedly, what I have to learn from this, what I have to learn from this, what I have to learn from this. You will find the answer, and this answer is gonna help you to improve yourself and your situation. Because, for example, if your answer is like mine, be patient, be more compassion to others, that will help you improve your situation, because you will change what is your pain. You can have so much anger because in your life in the past people didn't treat you that well, or you had some bad experiences. But if you let this follow you till today, it's gonna destroy your life. You have to let it go and build a new mentality for yourself. And this is how you're gonna be improved, and you're gonna be a better person, and you're gonna see the journey of life in a much positive way. Alright? And the other thing is, stay as much positive as you can. How can this happen if you're ill, if you have to stay in the house for many days? how this can happen if you have a pain in your body. And trust me in that, I had so much pain in my body that I couldn't even move. One day, literally my friends carried me from a place to a place as I couldn't even walk, because my lymphoma spots, they were between my bones, and it created so much pain that I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit, I couldn't do anything almost. And I had to take strong painkillers to continue living again and do things that I used to do in the past. So how can you live more positive if you have all these experiences? First, I would suggest you to do things that you like. For example, if you enjoy meeting your friends and have a cup of tea or cup of coffee or anything like this, do a video call with them if you cannot physically see them. Plan a video call, or if you play video games, you can literally play some online video game with your friends and meet in a digital world, you know. Still, it's not the same, but you still can have a contact with your favorite ones, you know, with your friends, with your family. It's positive. I do that with my friends too. So now that we're in quarantine, and it's very nice. Another tip is create in your wall a visual board with the things that you like and memories from the past, because you know our mind cannot recognize the past and the future. If you think something now, it only exists in the present time. So if you see a photograph of you and your friends having an amazing party and enjoying life, or being somewhere in holidays and you like that so much, see these images and try to bring back the memories of this. And remember how you felt that time. The way that you felt that time can be completely real to you if you return to that memory and reliving it in the present moment. And that could help you a lot. Another tip that I used to do and I continue doing even today, take a notebook and write things that you are grateful for. For example, I am so grateful and happy for my friends. I'm so grateful and happy for my dog because I'm playing all the time with it and gives me so much happiness. Or we can write down something like, I'm so happy and grateful for my parents, my family that's supporting me through the situation. I'm so grateful for my doctors. I'm so grateful for my body that's still going on. No matter what's happened, give the credit to your body, because the body is a vehicle and that continues going on even if you're struggling with whatever happens in your life. Our bodies is our temple. I know it's a cliche thing to say, but it's so true. We need to give credits to ourselves and our bodies for what they do daily too for us, you know? Another thing that I used to do is meditation. In that time that I was doing chemotherapies, I used to do the Twin Hearts meditation from Pranic Healing. It's a very kind and cute meditation if you think about it. It's all about experiencing love and sharing love with others, with the planet, with everything. It's a very nice meditation. I'm sure you can find it if you have any Pranic Healing center or instructor around you. It could be a very nice experience for you if you can do it. Actually, I can give you a link that you can find my instructors and my very good friends that they're pranic healers too. If you would like to find out when they're gonna have Twin Heart meditation that you can join for free. So it's very interesting one to do. Another is a very classic meditation, just focusing on your breathe in, breathe out, and that's gonna make your mind still. The reason that I love meditation that time, and I always do meditation even today, it's because they still the mind, and because our mind usually is going to the autopilot. And if our mind's working on autopilot, always thinking about something, and we cannot control what they think of, you know. You can start with a negative thought oh my god, I have so much pain in my body. That is your reality, right? But after that, your mind gonna create more of these kind of thoughts, and more and more and more and more. And at some point, you all gonna think is that you have a pain here, you have a pain here, that you're useless, that you are not worthy, all these bad things. But none of this is true. The physical pain reality, because everyone can be in pain. If I hit my hand, I'm gonna be in pain. But suffering is a choice that we're doing mentally. You can have pain in your body, but you can be joyful. You can have pain in your body, but can be miserable because you're choosing to suffer. So by doing meditation, find the meditations that fits to you very well. It can be the prana healing meditation, the very basic meditation that you find out. It could be shamanic meditations, that's very interesting, like shamanic journeys. I love them, they're so interesting. You can find theta healing meditations, they're very nice too and very easy to do. And at some point I will make some meditation in this channel, so stay tuned for that. Advices of how to deal with illness and the quarantine time. This is what I did and it helped me a lot. Try to stay as positive as you can, as this is gonna help you improve, that's gonna help you become the better version of yourself. Or last tip, it could be to not be afraid. I know that it could be difficult and much easy to say, but by staying positive and always taking the best possibility that you can be, what is the best that you can be, what is the best that you achieve, you can not be afraid. By visualizing yourself, and visualization is a very strong tool. As I told you with the memories, try to relive them in your mind, right? And one thing that I did when I was doing the transplant, I asked my doctors, what is the minimum time that someone can stay in the hospital? And the doctors told me that is 20 days, right? And when I was doing the transplant, at first everything went well, but at some point I was needed blood. I was throw up so much, and the doctors say, okay Nikos, you have to, prepare yourself to stay more in the hospital. You're probably gonna stay here for around a month, a bit more. But what I was doing is always saying to the nurses and the doctors that I'm gonna be ready and healthy 16 days, and on the 20th day I'm gonna be out of the hospital and I will return to my home. So I always saying that as an affirmation. It was my positive affirmation that on the 16th day in the hospital, I am healthy, I am strong, and my body is recovering fast. And on the 20th day, I am leaving the hospital and I'm returning home. That was my mantra. Always saying that and repeating that. Even when my doctor said that, it's not going to happen, I'll say, okay, you do your medical stuff and I will do my stuff, my spiritual stuff. I'm gonna do my meditations. I'm gonna prepare my mind state in the result that I want to happen, okay? So what I was doing, except for meditation, was every morning when I'm waking up and before sleep, was to visualize myself, like taking out my phone in my visualization and checking the calendar, and I will see the 16th day, my body start recovering fast. And 12th day, I visualizing myself leaving the hospital, like I could see my feet walking out of the hospital, and that was so strong and always charged me with positivity and lots of energy to continue fight the situation, and with faith, because faith is so important. You have to deal with something. So by visualizing that I'm recovering on the 16th day and on 20th day I'm leaving the hospital, guess what happened? On 16th day, my doctor came in the room and say, Nico, we have some great news. Your body created new healthy cells and you're recovering so fast. I think you're gonna be ready to go in some days. And on 12th day, exactly on 12th day, I left the hospital and returned back to my home. Why? Because I was visualizing constantly. So by using the tips that I told you, I think it's gonna make so much great change in your life, no matter what your situation is. If you're dealing with some illness, if you're dealing with a quarantine, if you're dealing with some other bad situation that you're not enjoying. So in conclusion, what I'm suggesting is gratitude list. Write down the things that you have gratitude. Ask yourself what I have to learn through this experience. Visualize what you want to happen as a result. Meditate and stay as much positive as you can by doing the activity that you like, listening to music that you enjoy, meeting your friends digitally or physically, whatever is safest for you, and experience a life. See a beautiful sky and be grateful for that. See a tree and be grateful for the tree. Try to find things to be positive all day. The most positive that you are, the strongest your body that you be. The most positive that you be, the most joyful the whole life is gonna be. So that's for me. The second video is ending here. Thank you very much that you watched all this. Be positive, be healthy. If you enjoyed this video, press the subscription button, the share button, and the like button. Share it with your friends if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.